And I want to say something. On the internet, Ed, we read a lot of stuff about scarcity consciousness and abundance and this and that. And for me, Ed, somehow this information never really lands because it comes with a kind of psychic violence and force that somehow overrides it and just makes it some information that I cannot really use in my life. And I wanted to say this thing, Ed, that if we want, Ed, to come out of this mindset of poverty and scarcity, it's not a mental or a mind. It's not a mind pursuit, Ed. It's not a mind pursuit. It's actually, Ed, just reaching a place of actual love, Ed, for our own selves, and reaching a point, Ed, where we want ourselves to be happy every day in the daily moments. Now, Ed, I grew up in, and I have lived most of my life in this belief that to survive in this world, I'll have to do stuff that doesn't make me happy. I'll have to just get stoic and just clench my teeth, number out, become like a zombie, and do what I have to do. And every day of my life, there was stuff that I had to do like that became the days of my daily life. So I just became used to just being like a zombie, just doing that stuff. And imagining somehow that stuff was going to add up and make my happiness or my dreams come true eventually. I know how this can be so disappointing for people to find out, because I feel it too. But that is not the way you walk towards happiness. That is not the way you walk towards even financial success. You have to invest in happiness to reap happiness. This is how you come out of the poverty mindset. And you can't do it. You can't do it by being cruel to yourself. You cannot go towards happiness by being cruel to yourself. You cannot go towards happiness by treating your heart, by treating the days of your life like they don't count, like they're not the number one most important thing for you. And Ed, it is a walk of faith. It is a walk of faith. And the meaning of the word, Ed, faith in the Bible is that you believe in which you cannot see right now. That is the meaning of the word faith. That you believe in something that you can't see right now. That's what it takes, Ed, to shift from poverty to success, because you move out of the paradigm where you believe that you can invest in cruelty to yourself, in numbing out and sadness even, that you can invest in that and then reap happiness at the end. Thug World, that they'll show us, they'll show us movies and books of people went to university so many years, went and did this, job so many years, and tolerated so much evil. And then, they get a lot of money, and then they buy a house and a land. These are all lies. These are all lies. These people are not happy, they are not successful. They grow ill and they die. Their children get into drugs. I'm just giving you an example. This is the reality. There are those that for whom that brings happiness. Good for them. Whose destiny is that? Good for them. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying any path is wrong, Ed. Not any path. Everything has its time, its place. But what I'm saying is that you cannot be cruel to yourself and expect that to lead to happiness. And you must have faith to make that shift. And you have to do, Ed, every day what makes you happy. Because when you fill your day with genuinely what makes you happy, what makes you thrilled, what makes you feel excited to get out of bed in the morning. When you do that, then you crowd out of your life all the stuff that doesn't give you happiness. I didn't have the courage, Ed, to do what I wanted to do and what made me happy. And I stayed in it wasn't a job, but it was a work contract that was abusive. I stayed in it for years, Ed, because it was paying me well. For years I took so much abuse, Ed, because it was paying me well. And I was just falling ill. I was able, Ed, to buy stuff. But I was falling ill. And that is the paradigm, Ed, of unhappiness, becoming a zombie for the sake of making money and believing that somehow it would lead to happiness. And it didn't lead to happiness, Ed. It didn't. And I thank God because I filled my life with what made me happy to the point where that pushed out that abusive situation. But there was a time when I had to move in faith. There was a time when I had to say no to abuse, and it was quite terrifying. It was quite terrifying. Very terrifying. But God got me through. And I just want to say, Ed, that this is not something you do with even psychic violence or harshness, like you must do this, No. It's simple. You start by doing what makes you happy every day. Fill your day as much as you can. Pack in what makes you happy. And then you build up that happiness force. You build up that slowly, It's okay. Take your time. There's no hurry. Just build up that happiness. Build it up. And then one day, bam, like how a bud, it builds up, the tension builds up, and then one day, bam, the bud just opens, and oh my God, what a spectacle was hiding inside. You would never imagine inside that bud was such beauty. But it happens all the time. This is nature. I just want to say that you got to love yourself, want to be happy, genuinely heart happy, and you got to trust that is the way God intended you to be. God never wanted you to be slaving away like a zombie. God never wanted anything of that. God made you for happiness. Look at the birds and look at them. Look at nature. That's how we are nature too. We're supposed to be happy.